Got these IPF 968 fog lights. I ordered them from Japan. They were in Yahoo auctions, but I used Buyee to get these. Can't buy them in the US, but they're pretty cool, I think. Because the IPF ones you get in the US don't come with the white covers. They weren't terribly expensive. Probably equivalent to like Hella's. But they're pretty neat. Come with the white covers. Put them off here. They've got yellow bulbs, plastic housings, little bolt connectors. But the neatest thing I think is really cool is the wireless remote system. So that's the relay. Comes with the full wiring harness. So I'm going to wire this up under the hood of the truck and then use a remote to turn them on in the cabin. And I don't have to run any wires into the cabin, which is pretty cool. So pretty straightforward, typical, just like doing like a Hella 500 install. They do come with instructions, but it's all in Japanese, but you can kind of figure it out from pictures. So I'm going to wire these up in the front, run the harness, and they should look pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to mount these right about here. I'll mark the spot roughly with some blue tape, and then I'll measure from this side to where it's marked, and then I'll do the same over here and add the blue tape and roughly get it right about there for both of them. Then I'm going to pull this chrome bumper piece off. There's bolts underneath that I'm going to have to take this grate off so I don't have to drop the whole skid plate. There's some Phillips head screws. I can pull this off and then unbolt this, and then I'll drill it and install the lights on it, and then I'll run the harness up through the grill here and into the engine compartment. So that should look pretty cool when it's all done. I'll have the two lights sitting like this, and when I want to use them, just pull the covers off. When they're not being used, leave the covers on. Alright, so this is the next day. I ran out of battery power on the camera. Forgot to charge the batteries, only had one. But I installed the lights, ran the wires back behind. It's pretty straightforward. The harness is already made up, so just plug them in. One side's longer than the other. I sent the longer side to the passenger side. I zip tied it up out of the way, so it's not going to touch the oil cooler or anything. And did the same with the other side. I just zip tied it up to that harness there. I ran it through the opening in the radiator support there. I mounted the remote relay here. There was an unused bolt. Put the ground for the lights there. The ground for the lights right there. And then I, of course, ran the other ground for the relay over to this body ground here. And then ran power to the positive side of the battery, and then zip tied those up and just stuffed the wires down. Zip tie those up, stuff the wires down in here. Then this yellow wire needs to get tapped off of either your low beam lights, or you can tap it off the marker light. So I kind of ran it out. There's a body grommet down here. It's hard to see. And then I took this light out, and I just tapped it into the light that has constant power, the marker light's on. So if you shut your lights off, the fog lights will also shut off, driving lights. So if you take the caps off, just pop them off. This side right here. down. Just go in the cab. Turn them on. They do throw a good amount of heat. It's tough to tell in the sunlight, but they're pretty bright. And so if I go and just shut the lights off, those will shut right off.